I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from the Kajin Cosplay, and tonight we are working with you guys with code Geass, episode 20, season 2.
Last episode, okay, Rollo's dead. He saved Lelouch because the Black Knights turned on him.
Yeah.
Schneisel basically went to them and he told them everything about Lelouch being Zero, about the Geass, or at least what he knows about the Geass. And then everyone started questioning, am I here because I want to? Am I being controlled? Am I even Japanese?
That one
cracked
so
me up.
loud.
Yeah. So Lelouch was like, you know what? Checkmate. I've lost. I'm just gonna die. But Rollo would have none of it, so he saved him. Used his Geass way too much to save him, and as he was dying, Lelouch gave him, you know, that basically he lied to him. He made him think that he loved him and that he was by his side, and he died with a smile on his face.
True.
So now Lelouch has no one. He is basically willing to lose everything else because he's got nothing now. Like, he's gonna go all in and fight his dad. And I'm starting to come to terms with the fact that Nunnally's dead. I didn't want to believe it, but I think it's happening. So
Yeah.
okay. So I say we jump in this episode and see what Lelouch does next. Now that he doesn't have his army anymore,
What is he gonna do?
let's see.
You got it, smart.
Yeah. He's got nothing left to lose.
I know.
Nothing.
I know.
He did say, if I'm going to hell, I'm gonna bring you with me. And he's literally doing that. He's literally like sealing himself up, and he's like, we're gonna settle all our differences, Dad. That's it.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, first of all, he is fucking badass. After everything, he still manages to put on a show and be fucking cool.
Well, he put on a show for himself for sure.
Sure,
Yeah.
because no one was looking at him. No one was there. So basically, everyone putting their swords together and him, you know, walking by under it. Usually, that's for show. That's for ceremonies and stuff. But no one was there, so he's basically doing it for himself.
Well,
which is cool.
he basically do himself to be with his dad for all eternity. I think he deserves a bit of showmanship, I
He
guess.
sees himself as not a knight of justice, but like the only one that is willing or capable of doing anything. Because first of all, he knows about the Geass. He knows the truth about what's going on. And he's the one that lost so much. Mom, Nunnally, friends, name it. He lost so much to this guy, so he sees himself as the perfect instrument to... Basically, he's the martyr. He's the guy that's going to take everything on his own back in order to defeat the Emperor. And he's willing to do it. And Suzaku now appears to be willing to do it too. I love that. Okay, I was confused. Not confused, but concerned with what he decided to do at first. Because he wanted to use the bomb. And he was saying that, you know, nothing mattered anymore and stuff. But the way he said it at the end, he's more like Lelouch now than he's ever been. Saying stuff like, I'm tired of, you know, making excuses. I'm tired of saying that it's Lelouch's fault, the Geass' fault. I made my choices. I made my own decisions. And he did lie to Schneisel and stuff. Like, he did say, like, I fired the Flea in order to become the Knight of One, which is not true. But Lelouch did the same, you know, saying lies about Euphemia in order to basically stop creating confusion and stop pretending. Just like, he's gonna admit to what happened, and he's gonna take on the consequences, and he's gonna take on the blame, because what else is fighting against it gonna do?
Yeah.
Suzaku's been trying so much to win things his own way, and now I think he's tired because nothing ever comes from this. People die anyway, so now he's like, you know what, fuck this shit. I was born to kill. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna fight so hard that these lies are gonna become true eventually. You know, he's gonna make a change, an actual change.
I find it so sad that he truly believed that he was born to be a killer.
Well, that's all that
because
ever
of
happens.
his impulsiveness.
Impulsiveness.
Yeah, sorry guys. He murdered his own father because he wanted peace so bad, but that didn't happen. And afterwards tried to find peace with the Britannia's army, but that didn't happen.
Every time he tries to do something, people die and nothing changes. So now I think he's just gonna...
So what, he's gonna kill the Emperor and that is gonna happen?
He wants to focus on the end instead of the means now. He wants to focus on the goal, the ultimate goal, just like Lelouch. Like, Lelouch Lelouch had to learn the hard way that if he really wanted to achieve his goal, he had to be willing to sacrifice a lot of stuff. And he had to be willing to spit on his own reputation and who he really was and how he felt about himself. Like, I think as soon as Lelouch embarked on this journey, he basically agreed to die for this journey. Even if he didn't die physically, like actually died, who he was as a person was gonna die because he had to sacrifice friends. He had to let go of people.
He did said that those who are shooting must be prepared to get shot.
True.
Right?
But I've said several times that, you know, he chose this path, and when he goes on this path, he needs to, you know, make peace with the fact that people are gonna die, innocents are gonna die, friends are gonna die, and he's gonna have to make the hard decision several times. And now Suzaku is at the same spot, I feel like. He is also saying to himself that he needs to forget about who he wants to be or what he is or what he could have been and focus on what he wants and go for it. And that's what he's doing. Like, he's willing to fight the Geass' control. He's willing to rebel. He's willing to lie, and he doesn't care about his reputation anymore.
Yeah.
Woof! I wonder what he's gonna do now, because Lelouch is there and Suzaku is around, and I'm like, I want to see them work together one last time, please. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of people coming to help him out, like Marianne.
Not everyone. I'm still I don't understand how Marianne can possess Anya.
One thing that we thought when we learned that Anya's memories were tampered with somehow. She recognized, like, the Geass was something that was linked to her somehow. We thought that she had been Geassed by the Emperor.
True.
But now that we know that Marianne also had a Geass, and she's the one that showed up, then it means that the Geass used on her was not the Emperor's. It was Marianne's.
True.
Probably.
And
her Geass somehow put her mind in Anya's heads. I don't know. We need to understand what that Geass is, but from the looks of it, everything that Marianne was as a person was, you know, sealed inside Anya, and now it just came out.
Yep. I'm so glad, by the way, that Situ is back.
Her memories were always locked in her own mind, so...
She basically locked her own code.
Yeah. Maybe the Geass, Marianne's Geass, has to do with memories and just the mind itself, you know? Maybe she has access to... Sherlock is going to come back here, but she has access to the Mind Palace, sort of, which is what gives her the ability to go into Situ's head and see, like, the memories are there and the consciousness is there. And Lelouch was in this Mind Palace before, too, because
maybe that's why she's in Anya's mind. Well, she put our mind inside.
That's the thing. Like, maybe
Anya's
her Geass has to do with the mind itself, and she can control it somehow. But she met Anya, and maybe she knew that she was going to be murdered or something, and so she planned ahead.
That just made me thinking, do you remember the Knight of the Wand that, I don't remember his name, but the one that he's got his Geass sealed off, like really suit on?
Yeah.
I really wonder what his Geass is, because to suit on your own Geass...
So he doesn't use it recklessly or something? Well, maybe it's like Lelouch. Lelouch can't control it anymore, you know? His eye is always in Geass mode.
True.
And it's dangerous because you can't just go around with that Geass on, because you're going to order something to someone just offhand like this, and it's going to be terrible, like with Yuffie. Maybe his Geass is just that terrible that he can't just afford to have it open, you know? So he's suited shut.
Man. I said that I want to come back to the thing that Schneisel said, that people want to be controlled. I don't think that's true. I think, but I don't agree totally to what he said. I think that mostly people don't want to be responsible for the big stuff. They want to not be pampered, but you know,
people are sheep.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say it like that. I feel like people are good at complaining about being controlled, complaining about not having freedom, and they want, they don't want to follow the rules. But then if you take away the rules, society becomes chaos. And you get lost because you need, I feel like a lot of people need the system, and they need the structure, and they need someone above them telling them, don't worry about it, I'm doing everything, you don't have to care for nothing other than work, get your money, pay for your life.
They don't want to be the one to take the decisions and the responsibility to do stuff.
Yeah, so in that I say Schneisel is right. I feel like society is good at claiming they want freedom, but if you give them freedom, total freedom, they won't know what to do with it, because it's ingrained in who they are. It's ingrained in what we are today. Society is like this, like we tend to, like, if there are no rules, we tend to not everyone is like that, but most people are like that. We tend to regroup, we tend to create societies, we tend to create new rules. It doesn't always work, but it's like people need rules, otherwise they don't see themselves as a society anymore, and they're lost. So I think Schneisel understands it, he understands how it works. I'm curious what he wants to do next, and he did mention something about, having a plan, like he might be the one that takes on, the reins and stuff, but there's still something, like, I feel whenever we see Schneisel on screen, like, he's saying something, but he's thinking something else, But I'm really curious. I'm surprised, and actually not that surprised, that he decided to overthrow his dad, because I feel like he also hates being manipulated, and he cares about the empire, and that's what he's been taught, We see all these people saying, like, all hail Britannia, and they care about their flag, and they care about their society. He's the perfect poster child for this, I think. And having his dad basically say that the war is mundane.
The war is mundane, everything is mundane.
Yeah, he doesn't care about the people that work for him, the people that fight for him, his own kids. I feel like Schneisel doesn't see any other way to survive this thing, so he's gonna take the reins and he's gonna do his own thing, and I'm okay with that as long as he doesn't do anything crazy.
But he was right. Somebody who's supposed to be in charge of an empire and thinks that a war against the empire is mundane, the people, their citizens, are mundane, is not fit to be king. He's not fit to be in charge of all of those people.
True. So a lot of people are becoming emperors in their own right.
You are an emperor. You are an emperor. Everybody's an emperor now.
Oof. Okay. I say we jump to the next episode and see what happens.
Alright.
We're so close to the end. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it's already on Patreon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now, or if not, for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be soon. So see you then, guys.
Bye.